Hello, this is the Handshake here on New Vision TV with Milin Komjisha. I'm joined by Paul Busharizi. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So it turns out prices of sugarcane have come down from 175 shillings a ton in 3 months to about 125 shillings a ton. Now, the Minister of Trade says this is due to smugglers using border borders, I'm quoting, using border borders to flood the market with 1 million tons of sugar from Kenya. How is that even possible? Kenya is always having a shortage.
First of all, that if Ministry of Trade said that they are being disingenuous or they are just lying. I mean, there's a sugarcane price and there's sugar.
Okay.
The price of sugar doesn't necessarily affect the price of cane. Well,
it does, I think.
Well, in this case, what is happening and what the Ministry of Trade doesn't want to say is that there's been set up of strange sugar manufacturing area plants which are crowding in the Busoga area. Now, because some of those plants don't have their own plantations, they are essentially stealing from the established guys, Kakira and School. In order to do this, because cane in that area matures at 18 months, when you can get the optimum sugar from it, they are stealing the cane maybe at about 14 months. I cannot pay you if I'm going to get, let's just say, if at 18 months I'm going to get 10% cane from the sugar cane, but at 14 months I'm going to get, let's just say, 5%, which is half.
Yeah.
There is no way I am going to pay you 170,000 shillings a ton instead of, I'm going to pay you less. That's essentially what is happening. Bottom line.
Are you very certain about this?
Absolutely. And those guys, there's a sugar policy which the Trade Ministry is supposed to implement, and it is not doing so.
What policy is that?
As a result, well, for example, just as a basic thing, there's supposed to be a radius, I think, of about 25 kilometers from a sugar factory to maybe 50 kilometers. A sugar factory from one sugar factory to another, but people are crowded within this area, and that's a Trade Ministry thing. So they should not, tell people stories about people smuggling on the border. How much sugar can you smuggle on a border?
About 1 million ton.
Oh, please!
Yeah,
those guys. Then it's hard to hide that. The policemen will just be saying borders crisscrossing.
They don't do it every day, like in a specific time for them to just
think about it. If you can put, let's just say you can put 100 kilograms on a border. I think you mean 1 million kilos. It can't be 1 million tons.
No,
so let's say 1 million kilos. Let's say 1,000 tons. How many border trips are those? 100 a million divided by 100 kilograms. Yeah? Those are about 10,000 trips.
Wow.
Really?
Okay, so still they insist. Now the manufacturers were asked, and they said that because the sugar was imported tax-free from Brazil, allegedly.
Well, that's another thing with the sector. Not only are you killing your own local industry, you're also smuggling in sugar. This one is real from outside where it's much cheaper, and selling it off as if it's local sugar.
Yeah.
So also, given the earlier experience of you're crowding out our growing space, now the prices are coming down because we're getting cheaper smuggled sugar. I mean, as a manufacturer, why should I pay these guys more when they're even offering me less sugar than normal?
True,
and there's this other side. I mean, it's just simple supply and demand.
So I'll take you back. Does the price of sugarcane affect sugar?
Of course it does. So, for example, as I said earlier, I cannot pay 170,000 shillings per ton when I'll be getting only 5% sugar out of that, rather than the original 10%. So, if let's say whatever reason I'm forced to keep paying 170 for less sugar, I'm going to charge the consumer much more because I paid more for less sugar.
Yes.
Yeah.
This because I'm wondering how the smuggled sugar affected the sugarcane here.
Well, again, it's a combination.
Yeah.
If you have those two things, you're killing the sugar growers, and at the same time you're smuggling in the sugar, then it can affect even the price of the sugarcane. Because as a processor of sugar, I don't want to pay a lot of money down there. Otherwise, I'm not going to make a difference at the top here, especially when I'm lowering my prices. So that's basically what's happened. But the main challenge is the Ministry of Trade is allowing pirate operations in the sugar growing areas in contravention of a sugar policy which was passed 10 years ago. Of course, the Trade Ministry says, it has no force of law, but logic should just tell you that if you keep on doing this, you're going to kill the sugar industry. It's happened in Kenya.
Is that how it died?
Oh yes, that's how it died in Kenya. They started allowing all sorts of people. So you see, the biggest investment in processing sugar is the farm, is the plantation and managing the outgrowers.
Sure.
That's the biggest. If I take that away from your costs, putting up a plant and just doing sugar, collecting sugar, is the easiest thing. It's the cheapest thing. So obviously the pirates who have not invested in the plantations can charge a low price, or can charge a low price. Yeah.
Wow. Interestingly, sugar I think is still quite, affordable. Yeah, it has gone down a bit.
Middle class bourgeoisie.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Thank you so much, Paul.
You're welcome.